Alright, we have in my racket series, this is a 2018 Wilson Pro Staff 97 version 12. I don't know if y'all read that. I don't know if that. Anyway, this is a custom racket, dirty, sturdy. You can put your words in it, all that good stuff. Butt cap up. It'll say Wilson Pro Staff will be upside down. We're going to mount the racket. Now, just so y'all know, I had somebody else came over a string a few minutes ago or a couple hours ago, and obviously he didn't return my machine back to the way I took it. Alright, and I got a request, and it's not a big deal, and I'd thought about doing it before, I just hadn't done it. Of telling y'all how it's being strung, or all the specs, whatnot. So this one is being strung with Babolat RPM Blast 16 gauge at 50 pounds. And we're going to start from the head, just the head, the throat. We're going to start from the throat. If you're new to rackets, if you count your grommets in the throat, this has 6 holes in the throat. So we'll start there. If it had 8 or 4, I've had rackets that had 4, but it had 4 or 8, you start in the head. This has 6, so we'll start in the throat. Use your back up. Again, you start your mains however you want to start your mains. That was 3. We're just going to do the next 2, thread them, get them out of the way. And I just don't like having a big long piece of string flopping around, if I don't have to. Which is why I don't like doing one piece. Also, I had somebody request doing some of these as a one piece. I gotta be honest, I just do them the way that I do them when they come in, and I do everything, almost everything in 2 piece. Every once in a while I'll do a 1 piece. There's a lot of guys out there when they first start out and everything, they do everything 1 piece just because they can save a little string. They think it's easier when it's really not easier to do 1 piece. It's easier to do 2 piece. This will be number 6. We're going to thread the 7th main to get it out of the way, and we're going to skip grommet number 7 in the throat and in the head. Until he had my clamps adjusted. Again, we're going to skip grommet number 7 and thread grommet number 8 in the throat and in the head. We're also going to skip grommet number 9 in the head and in the throat. And we're going to tie off on grommet number 8, which is the second main string from the edge. Again, skip grommet number 9 here in the head and throat. The last string is in the 10th grommet. And again, tie off in grommet number 8, which is the second main string from the outside. Again, this is 16 gauge Babolat RPM Blast at 50 pounds. One day, if I don't have anything to do, I might go back and at least put the notes in what some of the others are in my videos. I think I know what most of them are. Okay, crosses. Racket handle away from you. We're going to go to our second skipped grommet, which is grommet number 9. And we are going to start under the second main string. And you will finish over the second main string on this side. And bring the string back over to the first skipped grommet, which is grommet number 7. And you will finish or start over the third main string, and we'll finish under the third main string on this side. Then you're going to start under the outside main. We have not pulled tension. Pull tension on the second main string, or cross string, sorry, second cross string. Start under the outside main. Finish over the outside main on this side. Pull tension. Again, you're going to start under. You're going to start under all the way down the racket until you get to the first skipped grommet. We now have 5 crosses in the racket. We're going to pull tension on the first. So we just pulled knot tension here on the first cross string. And we're going to tie off on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th grommet, which is the 4th main string from the outside. Now we just start going down the racket. Now remember, we're starting every one under the outside main and finish over outside main on the opposite side. You know, something I guess I never really talk about in my videos, the reason I'd push weave instead of pull weave is I like the string to be on my side. If you pull weave, like you'll notice here, it's all on my side this way. I can pull the slack out and no string ever gets around back this way. If you pull weave, let's see, if you pull weave, then you always have string back there. And I'm not a very good pull weaver, by the way. So if I pull weave, I'm always pulling string into here from here, and I didn't even pull. See, that's what happened when I started doing different things. Anyway, that's why I push weave, so that I always have the string on my side. But you do whatever you want to do. Because on this machine, other people will tell you also, as you're spinning the racket around, it's easy to get the string up under the silver part of the turntable and get it wrapped around the little table brake. The brake pads that are actually in here. Again, we're starting under. We'll always finish over on the other side. If you ever finish the same, if you start under and finish under, then you know you probably have a misweave. Alright, now we are to our skipped grommet. We are going to, again, I like to try to get my string on the bottom. I don't know why, I just do. But we're going to start over the second main string from the outside. We're now to our second skipped grommet, which would be, what is that, grommet number 7. Make sure, and you don't have to do this, this is on the bottom, make sure you don't get a crossover right here. I came out under, so making sure I go back in under the string on the side. We're going to start under the 3rd main string. Make sure and leave your clamp a little space between the grommet next to it here so that you can get your knot. We're going to tie off on grommet number 6, which is the 3rd main string from the outside. Snip your tail, use whatever knots you use. I use Parnell's. You do what you want. Straighten out your strings. Ooh, a little too much. Start straightening up your crosses. Yeah, those look pretty good. That one needs to go down just a little bit. Think I'm good with that. Again, 2018 Wilson Pro Staff 97. This is the version 12. This was a custom racket with Babolat RPM Blast 16 gauge at 50 pounds.